What do the thoughts and actions of the great men and women in the history of humanity leave us in our lives? Have you ever found the energy and momentum to face a problem after hearing an enlightened thought? These are the inspired journeys. The stories through the voice of the people of Teoresi. The moments in which our colleagues open their arms to welcome an idea, a positive thought, an inspiration to be an inspiration for us. In this episode, we speak with Fabrtizia Vorrath. Fabrizia's inspiration stems from Brené Brown. Brené Brown is a professor, author, and speaker. Her research delves into emotional aspects of humans, such as courage, vulnerability, shame, and empathy. Thanks for coming on, Fabrtizia. Where are you originally from?
I was born in Mexico, Mexico City.
What made you decide to move to the United States?
I think the first reason was to have a personal and professional growth. So I am here to change everything that I was living in Mexico and start in a new place.
Is there anything from Mexico you miss?
The food, for sure. Yeah, the food and I will say my family, but I really like to live here.
What is your favorite part about living in the United States?
I will say two things. The first one, the seasons, that we have the 4 seasons of the year, and I love that. And the second one, that I feel really safe living here compared to Mexico, some places.
What is your role at Teoresi?
I'm an expert engineer, more focused on the mechanical part of the engineering.
Where did you study?
I studied on the name of the university is Universidad Politécnica de Querétaro, and I have a bachelor degree in mechatronics.
What made you want to get into this field?
My dad is an engineer, so that's the reason why. I always love the numbers and doing maths, so he was like, not pushing me, but he was inspiring me to go for that. So,
speaking of inspirations, who is your inspiration?
Brené Brown.
What about Brené do you like?
Okay, so she's a researcher, a teacher, but, an author. I believe that's how I met her. I love that she combines the data with her experience. So she put a lot of her soul into his work, and I really do. I really love that.
What are some of your aspirations?
I would like to have a career, what I am doing right now in the automotive industry. I really like that industry. I will say my personal growth will be, to stay. I want to stay here in the U.S. To be honest, I really enjoy being here. In the future, to have a family and everything. But I would like to combine both, to have a personal life, really quiet and organized, and the professional life doesn't interfere with that.
Is there anything from Brené's philosophy that you use and draw from in your own life?
I will say the vulnerability. That is her mainly research. I really appreciate that word because for me it opens everything. So that allows me to be authentic. Who am I? And also, that gave me the opportunity to be involved in the world that I am right now, like the industry and everything, but also to put my social and personal effort there. I don't want to be, like a rock and not have feelings there.
Is there anything she has said that you really like?
Owning our story can be hard, but nearly as difficult as spending our lives running from it. That means that, at least in my experience, I think it's better just to put attention on how do you feel in all the situations, and even if they are uncomfortable, because if you do that, you will be really living and experiencing your life. I don't want to be here just avoiding the bad days and the bad feelings and everything. I want to embrace everything.
Is there any work of Brené's that you have read?
The book that's the reason why I met her is called Rising Strong, and it's a really good book. I like that she put in words everything about successful and also failure. So she expressed really good that nothing happens if you fail. Actually, that's part of the life. If we don't fail, we will never know the success. So I really like to read stories about people that inspires me, and to know that we all have bad days, we all have failures, we all have things that we don't like, but still we can try and have everything that makes us happy. I will say that in general, the reason why I choose to talk about her is because in this world that we are talking about the engineering, and sometimes it's more a theoretical world, like we don't put a lot of feelings and we are more just doing and doing and doing. And I think that it's really important also to allow you to feel everything that is happening there. At the end, we are just humans doing our job, and I think it's nice to have both.
Brené has given a lot of speeches. Are there any you have listened to?
Yeah, I love her TED Talks. She has 2 that went viral. I think that's how most of the people know her, and they are really good. They talk more about vulnerability, the shame, and all these feelings involved.
Is there any work from someone else that you think has similar themes to what Brené talks about?
Yeah, I have the names in Spanish in my mind, but one, he's not the author because he was dead at the time that they wrote about him, but all the books related to Saint Germain are really good, and they talk about the same thing, to connect with ourselves. And okay, so basically the books of this guy talks about how we are here for a reason, and I truly believe of that we are not here just as a coincidence. And the present that we are living is actually perfect. There's nothing else to change from here. And I think it's related with what Brené Brown talk and write and everything. Because at the end, it's not that we are going to have the perfect life. We are going to have difficult days and everything. But I think it's the way that we decide to live those days. The way that we decide to make the best of everything.
Well, thank you so much, Fabrtizia, for coming on the podcast.
Thanks for having me, for inviting me. It was a pleasure.
Thanks for listening to us. Are you ready for the next inspired journey?